Habari ma Afrika, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama King Siso. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to touch about 3 topics for you guys. In Africa, Maibuye movement still continues to travel the country. Silently so, ladies and gentlemen, because there have been so many things happening in the political space of South Africa. So many headlines that in Africa, Maibuye have been a little bit silent, but they're still going from city to city, from town to town. And actually, they will be in Kimberley this coming week, and maybe I will go and join and hear what is it that they are talking about there. I want to talk about Kunene. Kunene, obviously you guys have seen, has resigned as an MMC and has stepped aside as a deputy president of the Patriotic Alliance. And now the question is, when allegations come, do politicians have to step aside when it is just a mere allegation? That's something that we are going to talk about. Collen Malatjie was speaking at the Jazz Hour there in the Eastern Cape, and he said something that was interesting, that this particular youth movement right now, the youth structure of the ANC right now, is the one that has the hardest job because it must save the ANC from self-destructing. And I was like, hey man, Collen Malatjie, you've got a point there. So he's saying, no old people must lead the party going forward. The young people must take the baton and save the ANC because they are the future leaders. Let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace and Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Seso. I'm your host, Kagiso Khengwane. What's in Jiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I'm touching just 3 topics for you guys. Let me just start with the Paseta. Guys, the end of the month is coming. Thank you so much. Over the weekend, some people have sent their deposit. We really appreciate the support that we are getting from you. We are hoping that at the end of, in the beginning to the second week of August, we'll be able to say we have got enough money to tell the constructors to say, guys, let's kickstart this movement. So the people of end of the month, please send your 50 rand. Everyone that wants to contribute to the building of the school, we are busy with phase 1, ladies and gentlemen, of building the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. And we really, really appreciate the little and the big donations that we are getting that are making a huge difference to Paseta. So we are hoping very soon. The constructor is on my neck. The people of the unemployed youth are on my neck. Everyone is just on my case. They want to see this project kick-started, and we have already kick-started, but they want to see phase 1 go into fruition, ladies and gentlemen. So only you can make it happen. Please, the account is on the screen right now. Just send the 50 rand, 100 rand, the 2,000 rand. If you just send a 200,000 rand, you will take a lot of stress from me, ladies and gentlemen. I will really appreciate that so much, ladies. And go to www.paseta.co.za for more information. Let me speak about Floyd Shivambu. And also, let me just say, his deputy, the deputy national convener, Nolu Babalo, I think she's doing a great job. Let me just acknowledge the Queen for 1 second, because I'm watching her. Every time she opens up, every time she speaks, the demeanor, the character, she comes, when you look at her, she comes as soft, feminine power. As soft in terms of character, but she's got that feminine power, because a lot of women think that to lead in the political space as a woman, you have to match the masculine energy, and it's not true. The feminine energy is also so much powerful that it can take over the whole room. And I think with Floyd here, I think he made a good move to make the deputy Nolu Babalo and make it select a female character, because I'm telling you, she's running that political party more than we will ever know. The issue is, what are they doing? There's so much traveling, so much transport arrangements, so much accommodation organization, so much venue organization, and you can see that they've got a proper media team. There's no question about it. From the posters that are designed, I mean, in on the 31st they will be in Rustenburg 11 o'clock. On the 30th, they will be in Kimberley, and you guys should tell me, should I go and join the team of Maibuye and make some videos for you guys? Maybe I'll get to see Floyd. It would be so interesting if I can get an interview with Floyd. Maybe I can, eh? Maybe I can, or maybe even Unolu Babalo herself. I will really appreciate to interview her. It's like I want to interview ladies actually, because I think I can get so much out of them. One of my dream interview is Umphile Mautwe from the Economic Freedom Fighters. I wish I can meet that woman. I met her last year, but I never got to interview her. So I would like to interview her, sit down with her, ask questions, and then see what the females have to say about their space, claiming their space in politics, and just how difficult it is for a lady to do it. And for me, that's very important. So maybe I will go join. The problem is the time. They will be meeting at 1 o'clock. So the time. Some of us, we are working. We'll have to do some things for us to be there, take a day off and whatever, something that I'm not prepared to do. Maybe I'll take my lunch late or something, but I will try to go and shoot some videos for you guys. If you go in the comment section and say, King, let us meet there at my buye, and they are at the recreation hall, I believe, at the center of Kimberley. It's a beautiful venue that they chose in terms of distance. Everyone coming from whatever angle. The venue that they chose in Kimberley is the best venue. It's not like the best in terms of the community hall itself, but in terms of distance, proximity to everyone, it's the best venue. So maybe I'll be there just to go and listen, just to check some things also, listen to what the people, who are these people who go there and feel the wars, because in every city they go, we see people feeling the wars and everything. In Kimberley, I've not heard anything on the ground, and trust me, if there's something, I will be the person to know. I didn't see any posters on the streets or anything like that. So I'm very interested to see who is this person who are these young and old people that will be feeling this wall, a quite average wall. It's not a small wall, it's not a very big wall, but it's a wall actually that where I started my boxing career. I used to box there. Some of you don't know, I was a very terrifying boxer, very, very, very a good boxer in my times. Meaning 2 years ago. Well, 1 year ago. I stopped boxing last year. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do. They will be as well at the Cape Metro on the 1st of August. So they're still traveling, these people. And Western Cape, I know Western Cape has been waiting for them to say, Floyd, come. We are waiting for you. We want to see what Maibuye can do there. So it's very interesting. You know that Maibuye is going to take votes from the ANC, the EFF, the MK, and maybe some new voters that they are claiming that they have. Is about 20 million people that does not go to the voting poll. So those people, we are going to try and bring them also. So like I said, black vote further divided, but I'm not one to come and judge and tell people not to start a political party. In South Africa, that does not work. We had the PAC, AZAPO. From the ANC, we had the millions of parties coming from the ANC. And you know, who is to stop? Who is to press the stop button? Who? Under what authority do you say we don't need another political parties? And people are saying, because people hate Floyd, they're like, King, you are entertaining Floyd too much. Yeah, because you don't like Floyd. They don't want me now to hate Floyd. I don't hate Floyd, not even a little bit. I disagree with the movement that he made from the from the EFF to the MK, and I felt like in the MK he was putting a little bit of structure in that political party, and but they turned and stabbed him in the back for Bushiri or for a civil rights movement, and the Muslim MJC Muslim Judicial Commission or whatever, they kicked him out because of that. But yeah, that's my take. You guys go in the comment section, tell me if you want me to go and see Abu Floyd, and maybe if I'm very lucky I can get an interview with Floyd. That would be nice. But like I said, my target is Nolu Babalo. That's the person that I would love to actually interview. Let's go to this confusing matter of Kunene. The resignation letters are clear. They are there. The suspension letter is there from the Patriotic Alliance. The president has written to the office of the Secretary General. Yes, the PA has got a Secretary General. All this time. So in the PA, ladies and gentlemen, how do I put this? If you listen to the history of the PA and you listen to the racial tensions also in the PA, you will understand. And it's not only in the PA, it is adopted or it is inherited from colored communities. Coloreds have got classes of coloreds. There are some coloreds that are just too black to be colored. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about Ashley. Ashley is pushing the narrative that he's sad. He's a koi man. He's a koi man, not a son. He's a koi and nama man and whatever. He's pushing that narrative because coloreds need to attach to one identity. So most coloreds can't attach to the European identity because of the way they look. You understand? In Europe, they will never be white. In Africa, they will never be white. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of going and say, no, I've got my bloodline is Xhosa, my bloodline is Sotho, whatever. They don't want to do that. Most coloreds, they don't want to do that. So they will say, no, I am Khoi, I am Nama. No, I'm part of the. They will try to choose that side and say, actually, my bloodline comes from those people. We are originally from that, because it's not easy to prove it, so we don't argue with them. When someone says, when a colored person comes and say, I am Khoi, how do you argue with them? If they say they are Khoi, they are Khoi. But most colored people are trying to say I'm Khoi because they view Khoi in the white sense. White people view. Have you ever heard white people say, you black people are not from South Africa? This land is originally the Khoi people's land. You guys migrated from Central Africa and came down here. You know the great migration that was written by a white man that black people studied and listened to and started believing. Some of us, we are very lucky that we can trace our bloodline even to the 14th century here in South Africa. 14th century, long time ago. So yeah, that's what the colored people are doing. So many people are saying Kunene, they will turn against him because Kunene is being investigated by the PA. Does not mean that Kunene is not going to be found guilty. You will be surprised, guys. You will be surprised. There is no, they say, there is a famous saying to say there is no loyalty among thieves. Let that ring in your mind for a second. There is no loyalty among thieves. There was no reason for Gayton Mackenzie to suspend Kunene. According to what claims? According to public perspective, according to the letter that he wrote, according to public perspective, according to what the people are saying, is the same thing that got Floyd to be fired in MK political party. Civil rights movements were writing letters to the MK political party, and that's why they said, no, we can't mess around with our funders. We're going to get rid of Floyd. That's the main reason. The other reason that Floyd told us that he was trying to dethrone Jacob Zuma and what is things that we don't know. What the MK said in public is that there was a civil rights movement, movement that it was named the MJC, the Muslim Judicial Commission that wrote to the MK political party and that were not happy with the visit of Bushiri. That's what they said. That's what they said. So that's the same thing that is happening here. We've been calling the PA party a party of criminals and everything. Those are also allegations. So you can't people calling Gayton McKenzie a criminal, even with his son buying the soccer club and turning it into Siwelele. We said this is corruption. Just because we said that, you can't then step aside because people have said that. About Gayton McKenzie, they are playing with us. They are playing with us. That fast for you to do that and to say, okay, 1 month we're gonna suspend you. The man is suspended. He's a resigned MMC. We don't want him back again. The allegations in South Africa will stay on your head. People still talk about VBS as if it happened yesterday when they want to attack the EFF, when they want to attack Floyd, when they want to attack Julius Malema. So allegations will always be there. Allegations must be tested, ladies and gentlemen. They must be tested. Yes, I said, okay, it's fine. I made a video about Kenny Kunene. I said, Kenny Kunene is lying. He's lying. His story was not adding up. What he was doing there, it was not a coincidence. It was not the first time he met the guy. Like he was trying to tell us he was bringing a journalist. A journalist? Who is this journalist, man? Who is this journalist? Is it King said so? Who is this journalist? We want to know. We want to know. Because you don't want the... Hi, guys. That journalist story and the PA is still defending that because Gayton knows who the journalist is, if there is a journalist. Or Gayton knows that there is no journalist. That's why he wrote the suspension letter. You understand what I'm trying to say? Gayton understands now, because Kenny could have lied in public, but he might have told the truth to his brother and say, brother, hey, man, here's the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one said, okay, let's make this move. Let's make this move. So we are waiting to hear what these lawyers who are investigating this thing are going to say. 1 month is gonna run past very quick. South Africa time moves in this movie. Gayton said we must go get the popcorns. We've got the popcorns as well, no scene. Now the issue of Liam Jacobs being the deputy president, I know. Don't play like that. Make him the MMC. Can they? Okay, because the MMC was the PA's MMC. Does it mean the PA is the one that is gonna replace a member with a member, like a substitute, or is Dada Morero going to appoint someone new? I'm not sure about how that thing goes, but some of you who are very deep in politics will tell us. But one thing for sure, if you have been waiting for Liam to be active somewhere, here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity, because the PA, there's no elective or elective conference for leaders and whatever. What Gayton says, it is done. And I believe if you listen to what Gayton was saying about Kenny Kunene, he said, we don't meet anymore, we don't go out anymore, I don't see Gayton, I don't see Kenny anymore. You could hear that the distance in the relationship was widening. You could hear. So maybe Kenny challenges Gayton. Maybe Kenny, intimidates Gayton, or the other way around. You will never know. You'll never know. This is politics. So we are waiting to see what is going to happen there. I'm very interested. I'm very, very, very interested to see what is what this the report is going to say. The findings are going to say of Ntole. There is racism in the PA. I say that without a fear of doubt. We know that there are people that were calling the others with the K word, a colored calling another colored with the K word there in the PA because of skin texture. That's what happens there in the PA. You understand? But it's funny because their president is the most blackest colored ever with a black mother. Because some coloreds don't even have black parents. They have colored parents. Gayton's mother is Sotho. So that's another thing. His father is the one who's colored. But anyway, let's wait and see what's going to happen with the PA. For me, I'm suspecting that Kenny it's been pushed out. It's been pushed out, and the findings are gonna come just this little bit and say, okay, this is not enough for us to expel you from the party, but you can no longer be the DP, the deputy president of the party. We don't know how much money Kenny brings into the party, into the movement, because Kenny is a man that is, the Sushi King does not play. So we'll speculate and speculate forever. Let's wait and see what is going to happen. Give me your thoughts, your speculation on the comment section. Let's hear what you have to say. But for me, something is wrong here. Something is wrong. I was listening to a video of the speech of the ANC Youth League president, Collen Malatjie. I was very shocked. It's the first time I listened to Collen Malatjie, and I think 98% I agreed with what he said. I recorded the video, but I could not, when I wanted to edit it to give you guys the small parts that I would have highlighted for you guys, the sound was not there. I was so bored. Now I have to do this thing again. I'll download it again and try to post the full speech for you guys. But I'm telling you, there is nothing that you're gonna hear from Collen Malatjie that you are going to disagree with. Number one, the ANC, he says it is difficult for the community to trust ANC cadres because their characters has been what is the word that he used? He's like, people can't trust you because your character is in question. He says, if your character is in question, no matter if you bring a good message to people, people will not listen to you because your character is in question. You'll be noticed with that. There's nothing that the president says that we agree with. Nothing. Because of the organization that he comes from, everything that he says, we have already concluded before he even finished the sentence. People who said that commission is a waste of time and whatever is the same political parties who said commission is a waste of time and money. What are the ones that are going to participate in this commission and that are willing to hear the allegations of Mkwanazi being tested somewhere in a formal sitting before they go to court. So people are Collen Malatjie was just saying the right things. If you know me and you know Collen Malatjie, you know I've been attacking the young man for long. He says the ANC Youth League must save the ANC from itself. Self-destruction is something that they have to avoid. Another thing that he said 2027 leadership elections. He said that it must not be contested. They must agree. King says so is going to be president, and he stands uncontested because he says the factionism of this thing going to have to go to an elective conference with two factions is a problem. And I agree with him. And I said it long time ago. Collen is watching my videos. I said it long time ago. I said, if the ANC does not elect one person and say, listen, King, you are the one that is going to lead this party going forward. If they go with two factions, another political party might come out of the conference of 2027 of the ANC, the elective conference. I strongly believe that. So yes, if it's Fikile Mbalula, if it's Paul Mashatile, whoever it is, if it's Gwede, if it is whoever it is that they select, let that person stand alone. In fact, let the whole top six stand uncontested. For me. Otherwise, you're going to break the ANC into another small piece again. You might get a lot of ANC cadres running to Maibuye, running to the EFF, running to the MK political party, and another one saying, okay, I'm not going to run anywhere. I'm starting my own political party because I've got the funding. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I'll get the video for you guys. But the mission to say the ANC Youth League must save the ANC from destruction is something that is so very important. I hope Collen Malatjie understands exactly what that means Very, very important sentence that he said there. If the ANC Youth League does not stand up, on of which some of us are questioning the character of the ANC Youth League, to say they are also captured in a way. But if they are not, and Collen Malatjie says they have to be brave. They don't have to be scared of the old people. They have to stand up and tell them this is our time. If they can do that, it is possible that the ANC might maintain that 30-something%. If not, it will be the first time we see 29% next to the name of the ANC. It's going to be very bad. It's going to be very bad. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your week. Let's go. Let's attack this week. I'm very excited about this week. So many things still happening in a person's life, but sitting in front of the camera sometimes is therapeutical for some of us. If you were to show you what we do after the camera is switched off, you will cry. You will cry because life is not easy. But I'm telling you, sometimes doing this is a way of us relieving ourselves from the realities that we face each and every day. So thank you so much, guys, for the support, the words of encouragement that you guys leave on the comment section. You'll never know the kind words that you are typing on the comment section. Even the not so kind words that you are saying. What did they do to content creators? So thank you so much for all the positive feedback that we are getting. If you can, please donate just a 50 rand to the Pan-African School. I want to start this phase 1 very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, guys. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.